Good evening and welcome to TC Network. I am Tingday Tim Hoki bringing you today's news. Today's top headlines include Army Chief Upendra Dwivedi stress on Manipur and Myanmar issues, says no drones, no 900 militants. First focus on Manipur, Mallikarjun Kharge hits back at Amit Shah's criticism of Congress chief remark on Modi. Heavy rainfall expected in Assam, Meghalaya, Arunachal, Nagaland, Manipur, Mizoram and Tripura. News in details. Indian Army Chief General Upendra Dwivedi referenced the challenges in Manipur and Myanmar, remarking, "Ek ke saath ek free." He highlighted that alongside the ongoing conflicts in Manipur, problems have also erupted across the border in Myanmar. Furthermore, he informed that even though the situation in Manipur is currently stable, it continues to remain tense. Speaking at the Chanakya Defense Dialogue 2024, Dwivedi said, "In a lighter vein, Ek ke saath ek free, because Manipur was a problem and now you have the Myanmar problem also coming in." Outlining the origin of the conflict in Manipur back to 2023, the Army Chief informed that the conflict began as a result of a rumor suggesting that an Anglo-Kuki War centenary gate was set ablaze. However, he further dismissed the rumor, stating that rumor mongering led to major violence, which is still finding its stabilization phase, which has not reached. Over a period of time, it has become a battle of narratives. There is a polarization between communities. The situation may be stable today, but it is tense, citing that the society has been weaponized to an extent, with the number of internally displaced people hitting 60,000. General Dwivedi added, regarding internally displaced people, the number reached 60,000, but with a perseverance that has come down to below 40,000. Similarly, the society gets weaponized to some extent as weapons were looted. Women-led as well as underground organizations have come up for defensive purposes. Furthermore, he stressed the need for a whole-of-nation approach to mitigate the conflict in the state and restore trust among citizens. He stated, "As far as the Army and Assam Rifles are concerned, we have deployed approximately 126 columns of both combined together in conjunction with many stakeholders which are already operating in the state. We are trying to calm down the situation and restore trust. It will take its own time as social fracturing takes its own time to recover." Regarding weaponizing of the state, the Army Chief claimed that personnel have recovered around 25% of the total amount of weapons in the state, further adding that twice as many weapons of local kinds have also been recovered. Moreover, he stressed the need to put an end to false narratives persisting in the state, citing the presence of Valley-based insurgent groups VBIGs who were being supported from across. Similar allegations have come up for other groups. "We are seeking to not allow wrong narratives to be built up," he said. Dwivedi went on to explain that the narrative of bomb drones was false as the security forces had gone on ground unchecked, but there were no bomb drones. He also cited another false narrative that claimed infiltration of 900 anti-national elements. "We checked, there is nothing like that." On the international front, General Dwivedi explained the influx of displaced people from Myanmar into Mizoram and Manipur. He said, "As far as the external support is concerned, Myanmar is having its own problem. They also have some people who are getting displaced. When they are getting displaced, where will they go? They will only go to those places which are peaceful and ready to accept them. And that is what is happening in Mizoram and Manipur. So the people who are coming unarmed and they are coming in search of some kind of shelter, and India will make sure they provide support, food and shelter until possible." National Blood Voluntary Donation Day observed at Churachandpur District Hospital. Today, October 1, 2024 at 11 a.m., the Blood Center at District Hospital Churachandpur observed National Blood Voluntary Donation Day under the theme "Donate Blood, Save Life." The event was organized by Dr. Kam Sing Son and Dr. Hayes Kam Khan Pao Simte delivered the keynote address. The Blood Transfusion Center staff also participated in the event. Dignitaries present at the event were Dr. T. Vanlal Kungi, Chief Medical Officer, Churachandpur, Dr. Ting Lon Lei, Thang Loi, Medical Superintendent, MS, District Hospital, and Dr. N.G. Sienboy Vaipai, Deputy Medical Superintendent, DMS, District Hospital. Dr. T. Vanlal Kungi appreciated the philanthropic organizations and voluntary blood donors for their contributions. He stated that Lamka district has the highest number of voluntary blood donors. He emphasized the importance of blood donation, highlighting that donated blood can be stored for only 35 days and that blood donation is essential for saving lives, which can be achieved through voluntary blood donation, which is crucial for meeting the demand for blood. She also says that blood cannot be manufactured in factories, it can only be donated voluntarily. Dr. N.G. Sinboy Vaipai thanked the voluntary blood donors and emphasized the significance of blood donation. He stated that blood donation is a noble act that saves lives and that there are numerous benefits to blood donation. He also says that the blood bank is able to function smoothly due to voluntary donations. Blood donation is a selfless act that benefits society. 15 voluntary blood donors were recognized for their contribution, receiving insulated casserole sets, certificates of appreciation, tokens of appreciation. The donors recognized were Reverend P.B. Joseph Thara, Paulal Zom, Lam Lal Thom, Lin Chung Nung, Jacob K. Gangte, Tun Muan Lal Simte, J. Ram Mudik, and Eden Moya.
Myths and notions about when you give blood, there are lots of side effects to your body, but it is not. It is very safe, and you won't believe I gave more than 10 times already. So we have to create this awareness that we should have more voluntary donors in our district. Sir and Madam have already focused on it, and that we should be sufficient to have blood, because we cannot manufacture blood in a factory or in the hospital. So we need more voluntary donors. So I believe that let's be a channel of awareness. Whoever comes today, that we should create an awareness that giving blood is very safe.
The following philanthropic organizations were awarded mementos for their contribution to the blood bank: Young Mizo Association, Wayame Lamka Branch, Wayame Chingkon Branch, Mar Youth Association General Headquarters, Young Vaipai Association General Headquarters, Kuki Khanglai Lompi General Headquarters, BYF Lamka South Division, BYF Lamka North Division, and National Service Scheme Reban College Unit, respectively. The KNA-KNO strongly condemns the unfortunate and unwanted incident that occurred in the night of 30 October 2024, where El Sathuhau Haukip was abducted from his home and brutally killed by unknown miscreants. It is really shocking that such incidents are taking place within us when we are facing a bigger war against the Meiteis and the communal government, and it is condemned in the highest manner, the KNO press statement read. We mourn the death of our comrade Sathuhau Haukip and offer our condolences to the bereaved family and friends. KNA-KNO urges the whole community to stop this type of barbarism and killings for once and all. The district of None in Manipur is facing severe weather as landslides, floods, and continuous rain wreak havoc on daily life. This comes as neighboring Bihar and Nepal also face critical flood situations, though the impact of None is reportedly less severe. Early this morning, a landslide occurred at the Awangko landslide point along National Highway 37, disrupting normal activities for residents. The landslide has raised concerns about the safety and accessibility of the region. Heavy rains have been pouring down since 1 a.m., inundating Longmai Bazaar, the district's primary market hub. The relentless downpours have led to flooding in Longmai town and surrounding areas, hindering daily operations and causing electricity outages. Weather forecasts predict a further deterioration in conditions today, with temperature expected to range between 26 and 33 degrees Celsius. There are warnings of reduced visibility, which could pose additional risks for local commuters and residents. As the situation unfolds, the impact of similar weather events across the region is being felt deeply. Reports indicate that the death toll from floods and landslides in Nepal has risen to 126, with dozens still unaccounted for. Meanwhile, floodwaters in Bihar have reached the Katra-Bakuchi power grid in Muzaffarpur, resulting in power outages for approximately 45,000 homes. To aid flood-affected regions, the center has approved the disbursement of Rs 675 crore to Gujarat, Manipur and Tripura, drawing from the State Disaster Response Fund (SDRF) and advancing funds from the National Disaster Response Fund (NDRF). These allocations come as these states grapple with the severe impact of heavy rainfall, flooding and landslides experienced during the southwest monsoon. The financial support breakdown includes Rs 6,000 crore for Gujarat, Rs 50 crore for Manipur, and Rs 25 crore for Tripura. An official release highlighted that interministerial central teams (IMCTs) will soon be dispatched to assess the damage in these states, with additional teams also heading to Bihar and West Bengal, which have recently faced similar flood challenges. The current monsoon season has seen multiple states including Assam, Mizoram and Andhra Pradesh suffer extensive damage due to extreme weather. To address the situation comprehensively, the central government has previously allocated Rs 9,044.80 crore from the SDRF to 21 states and Rs 4,528.66 crore from the NDRF to 15 states this year alone. Under the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Union Home Minister Amit Shah, the government remains steadfast in its commitment to provide essential assistance to flood-stricken areas, ensuring that logistical support, including the deployment of National Disaster Response Force, teams and military assistance, is readily available to the affected states. Further financial aid for other impacted regions will be determined after the IMCT reports are reviewed. Heavy rainfall is expected to continue in several states of northeast India, including in Assam, Meghalaya, Arunachal Pradesh, Nagaland, Manipur, Mizoram and Tripura. Fairly widespread light to moderate rainfall is anticipated over Assam, Meghalaya and Arunachal Pradesh. Scattered to fairly widespread moderate showers are possible over Nagaland, Manipur, Mizoram, Tripura, Sub-Himalayan West Bengal and Sikkim. Heavy to very heavy rainfall is expected in Assam, Meghalaya, Arunachal Pradesh, Nagaland, Manipur, Mizoram and Tripura on Tuesday. Fairly widespread light to moderate rainfall will continue over Assam, Meghalaya, Arunachal Pradesh, Nagaland, Manipur, Mizoram, Tripura and Kerala. Moderate rainfall is expected over Sub-Himalayan West Bengal, Sikkim and Bihar. Scattered to fairly widespread light to moderate rainfall is expected over central India, Konkan and Goa. Isolated light rainfall will likely occur over Uttarakhand, East Uttar Pradesh and East Rajasthan. Saurashtra and Kutch are expected to remain dry. The southwest monsoon withdrawal is progressing steadily, with the western half of Rajasthan and Gujarat already cleared. The line of withdrawal now passes through Firozpur, Silsa, Churu, Asmir, Mang Abu, Disa, Surendranagar, Junagadh and 21 degree north 70 degree east. A cyclonic circulation persists over northwest Madhya Pradesh and its neighboring areas. A trough extends from the Comoran area of Raya La Sima across interior Tamil Nadu is lower tropospheric levels. Additionally, another cyclonic circulation is present over South Gujarat and its neighborhood in middle tropospheric levels. The United Naga Council, in its press release dated the 30th of September 2024, set the record straight that an ultimatum was set for redressal of the pending issues of the arbitrary creation of 7 new districts in Manipur, demanding rollback of the 6 districts created on December 8, 2016, in the spirit of the Standing 4 memoranda of understanding between Government of Manipur and the Naga people, assurance from the Government of India, and various rounds of tripartite talks amongst the stakeholders. Mention may be made that in the backdrop of this arbitrary creation of 7 new districts by bifurcating parent districts on December 8, 2016, during the Congress regime without the informed consent and knowledge of the stakeholders, dishonoring the 4 memoranda between Government of Manipur and the Naga people, besides the assurance from the Government of India in 2011. Consequent upon this, a mammoth protest, hurtles and an economic blockade was launched in all the national highway for 139 days in the state, and as many as 10 rounds of tripartite talks amongst the Government of Manipur, United Naga Council and Government of India had been taken place to redress the issue, the last talk being held on March 9, 2019, with the assurance that concrete proposals shall be placed by the Government of Manipur in the next round of talk, supposedly proposed to be held by the last week of July 2019. Further, the United Naga Council has made its stance loud and clear through media outlets reiterating their rigid position against the arbitrary, undemocratic and divisive declaration of new districts on 8 December 2016 by the then government of Manipur, and any subsequent decision of ruling passed by any institution or authority on the matter stands rejected. The Naga people believe in dialogue and have therefore repeatedly appealed to the concerned authority, including the last ultimatum to redress our grievances through talks, but having no concrete response to our plea thus far. The Naga people have resolved to call for 48 hours total ban to register our resentment and demand for immediate roll back to the arbitrarily creation of 7 new districts in all Naga areas with effect from midnight of October 3, 2024. Essential services, media and emergency cases shall be exempted from the purview of the ban. Towards this end, prompt response and cooperative from the entire Naga populace is solicited. A war erupted between Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge and Union Home Minister Amit Shah after the former's remarks on Prime Minister Narendra Modi. A day after Shah slammed Kharge for dragging PM Modi into his personal health issues, the Congress chief asked the Home Minister to focus on issues like Manipur and caste-based census. Addressing a public meeting in Jammu on Sunday, Mallikarjun Kharge said that he won't die before Prime Minister Modi is removed from power. Shah described these remarks by Kharge as absolutely distasteful and disgraceful. Hitting back at the Home Minister, Mallikarjun Kharge posted on X, Home Minister Amit Shah should focus on serious issues like Manipur, census and caste census. He added, your government's own survey says that 92% of the employees cleaning urban sewers and septic tanks come from SC, ST, OBC categories. Asserting that Congress is committed to a caste census, Kharge said, the BJP is against caste census because then it will be known by which work SC, ST, OBC, EWS and all other categories are earning their livelihood. What is their economic and social status? What kind of targeted benefits of government schemes should they get? We will get it done, he said. Kharge, while addressing a rally in Jammu on Sunday, had fallen ill after he suffered a syncopal attack. He took a brief break and resumed speaking, saying that despite his age, he won't die before PM Modi is removed from power. I wanted to talk, but due to dizziness, I sat down. Please pardon me. I am 83 years old. I am not going to die so early. I will stay alive till PM Modi is removed from power, the Congress president said. Hitting out at Kharge, Amit Shah posted on X, yesterday the Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge has outperformed himself, his leaders and his party in being absolutely distasteful and disgraceful in his speech. In a bitter display of spite, he unnecessarily dragged PM Modi into his personal health matters by saying that he would die only after removing PM Modi from power. As for the health of Kharge, Modi praised, I pray and we all pray that he lives a long healthy life. May he continue to live for many years and may he live to see the creation of a Viksit Bharat by 2047, the Union Minister said. A leopard has killed a priest in Gogunda, Udaipur, late on Sunday night. The body of the priest was found in the forest 150 meters away from the temple. Until now, 7 people have died in leopard attacks in Udaipur. However, the forest department is yet to identify the leopard behind the attacks. The deceased has been identified as priest Vishnu Giri, 65, who used to offer prayers in the Hanuman temple in Guda village. The incident came to light when the people came to fill water from the tank near the temple on Monday morning and saw blood scattered there. People searched for the priest and found the dead body in the forest. One hand of the priest was missing and part of his neck and chest were also eaten away. On information, police and forest department teams reached the spot and installed a case to catch the leopard. As per reports, 7 people have been killed in leopard attacks in the last 11 days in the area, and 4 leopards have been caught, but until now it is not known whether the attacks are being carried out by the same leopard or there are different leopards. A leopard has killed a priest in Gogunda, Udaipur, late on Sunday night. The body of the priest was found in the forest 150 meters away from the temple. Until now, 7 people have died in leopard attacks in Udaipur. However, the forest department is yet to identify the leopard behind the attacks. The deceased has been identified as priest Vishnu Giri, who used to offer prayers in the Hanuman temple in Guda village. As per reports, 7 people have been killed in leopard attacks in the last 11 days in the area, and 4 leopards have been caught, but until now it is not known whether the attacks are being carried out by the same leopard or there are different leopards. District officers Ajay Chitaura said that 4 leopards have been caught so far from Gogunda and have been kept under the observation of veterinary doctors in the biological park of Udaipur. Samples have been taken from the bodies of all 4 and have been sent to the lab in Dehradun for testing. Only after the reports comes, it will be confirmed which of these leopards has done attacks. Udaipur MP Mananlal Rawat held a meeting with the Forest Department and Police Administration on Sunday regarding the attacks and decided to release deer, rabbits and other animals to improve the prey base in the forest, Gogunda and Jadul. Junior doctors in West Bengal on Tuesday resumed total cease work to press the Mamata Banerjee government on various demands, including ensuring their safety and security at all medical establishments, news agency PTI reported. The decision was taken after an 8-hour-long meeting of the junior doctors. They have placed a set of 10 demands related to strengthening hospital security, improving health infrastructure, and putting an end to threat culture and politics in hospitals. We are compelled to return to a full cease work starting from today. Unless we receive clear action from the government on safety, patient services and the politics of fear, we will have no choice but to continue our full stride, the West Bengal Junior Doctors Front said in a statement. The junior doctors had on September 21 rejoined their duties partially at government hospitals after a 42-day protest. They were on a cease work agitation to protest against the rape murder of an on-duty woman doctor at RG Kar Medical College and Hospital in Kolkata on August 9. We do not see any positive approach from the state government to fulfill our demands for safety and security. Today is the 52nd day and we are still being attacked, and there is no attempt to keep the other promises made during the meetings with Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee. In the given situation, we are left with no option other than opting for full cease work starting today, Aniket Mahato, one of the agitating junior doctors, told PTI. Unless we see clear action from the state government on these demands, this complete cease work will continue, he added. The announcement comes a day after the Calcutta High Court on Monday allowed a rally to be held in the metropolis by the Joint Platform Doctors on Tuesday to protest the rape murder of the trainee medic. Disposing of a petition by the JPD, Justice Rajarshi Bharat was directed that a peaceful rally be held between 5 p.m. and 8 p.m. from College Square in North Kolkata to Rabindra Sadan in the south via Central Avenue and Esplanade. Although the Kolkata police had requested a reduction in both the number of participants and the length of the rally route, the court did not impose any such restrictions. Instead, it instructed the authorities under the supervision of the Joint Commissioner of Police Headquarters of Kolkata Police to ensure adequate security measures with sufficient personnel to follow the rally to proceed peacefully. Justice Bharat was also directed the rally organizers to provide enough volunteers to manage their supporters and ensure that the event remains peaceful. The medics platform representing the Association of Health Services Doctors West Bengal had approached the Kolkata Police Commissioner seeking permission for a protest rally from College Square to Rabindra Sadan between 5 p.m. and 8 p.m., expecting around 50,000 participants. However, the Joint Commissioner of Police informed the organizers that the rally could proceed with only 1,000 participants and sufficient volunteers, but the route would be from College Square to Rani Rasmoni Avenue at Esplanade. In response, the JPD challenged these restrictions in the High Court, arguing that since the public was voluntarily joining the protest, limiting the number of participants was not enforceable. The body of the postgraduate trainee found with severe injuries was discovered in the seminar hall of RG Kar Medical College and Hospital. The United States Secretary of Defense, Lloyd Austin, spoke with Israeli Minister of Defense, Yoav Gallant, and reiterated serious consequences for Iran if Tehran chooses to launch a direct military attack against Israel. The Pentagon chief discussed security developments and Israeli operations with counterpart Gallant and made it clear that the U.S. supports Israel's right to defend itself. I spoke with Israeli Minister of Defense Yoav Gallant today to discuss security developments and Israeli operations. I made it clear that the United States supports Israel's right to defend itself. We agreed on the necessity of dismantling attack infrastructure along the border to ensure that Lebanese Hezbollah cannot conduct October 7-style attacks on Israel's northern communities, Austin said, sharing a post on X on Tuesday. The U.S. Defense Secretary in his talks to Gallant further ensured that the U.S. is well posted to defend U.S. personnel, partners and allies in the face of threats from Iran. He said, I reaffirm that a diplomatic resolution is required to ensure that civilians can return safely to their homes on both sides of the border and made clear that the United States is well posted to defend U.S. personnel, partners and allies in the face of threats from Iran and Iran-backed terrorist organizations and determined to prevent any actor from exploiting tensions or expanding the conflict. I reiterated the serious consequences for Iran in the event Iran chooses to launch a direct military attack against Israel, Austin added. The Israeli Defense Forces IDF launched precision strikes on the Lebanese capital in Beirut on September 27, which led to the death of Hassan Nasrallah. Following the death of Nasrallah, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu issued a warning to Iran's Ayatollah regime and asserted that those who target Israel will face consequences and that no location in Iran or West Asia is beyond Israel's reach. Netanyahu called Nasrallah the main engine of Iran's axis of evil and added Nasrallah was not just another terrorist, he was the terrorist. He was the axis of the axis, the main engine of Iran's axis of evil. He and his people were the architects of the plan to destroy Israel. He was not only operated by Iran, he also frequently operated Iran. Prime Minister Narendra Modi spoke to his Israel counterpart Benjamin Netanyahu today. The two leaders, he said, had discussed the situation in West Asia. Terrorism has no place in our world. It is crucial to prevent regional escalation and ensure the safe release of all hostages. India is committed to supporting efforts for an early restoration of peace and stability, he said in a post on X, formerly Twitter. The conflict in West Asia that had started with the abduction of Israeli citizens by Hamas in October last year has been escalating. Israel's retaliatory strikes in Gaza has now expanded in scope. It struck back at Iran-backed Hezbollah, which attacked Israel and Yemen's Houthi rebels, who have been carrying out airstrikes on Lebanon. It has also informed the U.S. that it is planning a limited group operation as well, usually Daily Washington Post has reported. On Saturday, the Israeli army said it had eliminated Hezbollah chief Nasrallah in the strike on the group's central command headquarters in Beirut. The hardliners in Iran are now calling for drastic measures against Israel, including closure of the vital Strait of Hormuz, a nuclear weapon development. Netanyahu had responded, saying there was nowhere in the Middle East beyond Israel's reach. Lebanon's Prime Minister Nazib Mikati had called for a ceasefire in the fighting between Israel and Hezbollah during a meeting with France's Foreign Minister Jean-Noël Barrot in Beirut today. The magnitude of devastation wrought by Helene intensifies by the hour as search crews discovered more bodies and floodwaters slowly recede, revealing more neighborhoods obliterated by the storm. The death toll across 6 states soared to 128 Monday, days after Helene made landfall in Florida as a monstrous Category 4 hurricane. Almost 2 million customers still don't have power, and countless families have no idea whether their loved ones survive as Helene's rampage shredded communication infrastructure. Most of North Carolina's 56 deaths happened for inland. In Buncombe County, at least 40 people were killed, a county manager, Avril Pinder, said. The county includes Asheville, the scenic mountain city now engulfed by murky brown floodwater as the water slowly retreats. We are seeing just piles of people's houses that were destroyed, buildings that were destroyed, cars overturned, as well, Mayor Esther Manheimer said Monday. The power lines look like spaghetti. It's hard to describe the chaos that it looks like. It really feels like a post-apocalyptic scene. Many shell-shocked survivors can't even begin the arduous task of rebuilding because they don't have basic necessities such as clean drinking water, food, cell phone service, and electricity. The tractor trailers full of water arrived in Buncombe County Monday morning, Pinder said, but it is only enough to supply its residents with one day worth of water. Compounding the tragedy, some roads and bridges that are desperately needed to carry aid or reach trapped victims are now impassable or no longer exist. We are cut off from the highway access from 3 of 4 major highways into Asheville, the mayor said. Some resources are having to be flown in. I can't even think about a time frame for how long it's going to take to recover from this storm. Hundreds of people are reported missing, though it's not clear how many succumbed to the storm and how many survived, but Lake Communications assess. We know that death toll will rise, as Val's mayor said. We have heard accounts of people seeing houses floating down the river with people in them. In addition to the 56 people killed in North Carolina, Helene also killed at least 30 victims in South Carolina, 25 in Georgia, 11 in Florida, 4 in Tennessee, and 2 in Virginia. Devastation does not even begin to describe how we feel, Buncombe County Sheriff Quentin Miller said Monday. One of his deputies was among the 3 North Carolina sheriff deputies killed by Helene. Officials implore residents to avoid traveling to hard-hit areas so emergency responders can reach those in need. Consider the roads closed in western North Carolina, Governor Roy Cooper told CNN Monday. We do not need sightseers coming in to observe the damage. We ask you not to come in unless you are on a specific mission to help with rescue. Israel on Sunday carried out multiple airstrikes targeting Houthi rebels in Yemen and launched a fresh barrage against the Hezbollah group in Lebanon, which is still reeling from a series of deadly blows to its command structure as well as the killing of its leaders, Hassan Nasrallah. Lebanon's health ministry said that airstrikes near the southern city of Sidon and in the northern province of Baalbek, Hermel killed nearly 50 more people and injured 47 as Israel's military continued its bombardment of Hezbollah targets. The Israeli military also stated that it had struck several Houthi rebel targets in Yemen, including power stations and a seaport, using dozens of aircraft in response to a recent attack on Israel. The Houthis had launched a ballistic missile attack on Ben Gurion Airport on Saturday as Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu was arriving. According to initial reports from Houthi-backed media, the strikes killed 4 people and wounded more than 30. Israel Defense Minister Yoav Gallant said on Sunday that the country would strike at force regardless of distance. Our message is clear for us, no place is too far. Golan said in a statement issued by his office after he monitored the strikes from an Air Force command and control room approximately 2,000 kilometers from Yemen. In a large-scale air operation today, dozens of Air Force aircraft, including fighter jets, refueling plants, and reconnaissance aircraft, attacked military-use targets of the Houthi terrorist regime in the Ras Issa and Hodeidah areas of Yemen, Israeli military spokesman Captain David Avraham said in a statement to AFP. The IDF targeted power stations and a seaport used for oil imports, the military statement noted. In July, Israel also struck Hodeidah port, causing what a port official estimated to be at least $20 million in damage, following a Houthi drone strike that penetrated Israel's air defense and killed a civilian in Tel Aviv. The sites targeted on Sunday were used by the Houthis, who seized the Yemeni capital Sana'a in 2014 to transfer Iranian weaponry to the region and supplies for military needs, the statement added. The Houthi-controlled Al-Masirah station reported on Sunday that Israeli strikes targeted the ports of Hodeidah and Ras Issa, as well as 2 power stations, after previously announcing Israel aggressions on Hodeidah. The Houthi-controlled Al-Masirah TV stated that a port worker and 3 engineers were killed with 33 others wounded in the initial toll, adding that ambulance and rescue teams were still searching for missing individuals. That is all for today's news, and have a pleasant evening ahead.